And greetings from scenic South Florida. The yachts and the boats are out on the Atlantic Ocean. It is Super Bowl Saturday here in the Miami-Fort Lauderdale area, and all the buildup is now just one day away. But hey, we've got a lot of fun coming your way right here at Ricardo Silva Stadium on the campus of Florida International University, where we're going to have the 20th annual Celebrity Sweat Flag football game. Larry Fitzgerald, Eric Nelson with you here on ESPN3. Thanks for tuning us in. And Larry, a galaxy of stars. We've got people like Donovan McNabb here, Doug Flutie, Michael Vick, Andre Reed, Tracy McGrady from the NBA. Should be a lot of fun.
And Michael Irvin. Don't forget the playmaker. It's going to be a great contest today, Eric. I'm excited. It's for a great cause. Tremendous charities that are going to benefit from this game.
Yeah, a lot of military charities will be very happy when this is over. They'll get a lot of donations, and of course this thing has been going on now for 2 decades. And Doug Flutie has been here the whole way.
Absolutely. Doug is an exciting guy. I can never forget being a Chicago Bear, growing up in Chicago when he was there, and how exciting he was.
Yes, indeed. Doug Flutie, a legend in the CFL, also in the NFL. Let's go downstairs. Jake Newlander has a very special guest, Warrick Dunn.
Thanks, guys. I am on the field here with Warrick Dunn, the honorary captain for Team Doug Flutie. Warrick, how you doing today, man?
Man, I'm good. I'm expected to just really come out and see a great crowd, but also have a great time with the guys and see a good football game going on. And I am expecting to be the winner. I'm on Team Flutie. We're going to beat the Donovan McNabb team. It's going to be a joke, so don't even worry about it.
Tell us a little bit about what fans can think about they're going to be seeing here today. What can they expect to experience?
Well, they're going to see guys come out, have a good time. This is really a fun family event, so we want to put on a show for the fans, but guys are just going to come out and have fun.
That's awesome, man. Now, you personally, what are you looking forward most to seeing? We have athletes, we have families, we have military. What's the one thing that's, man, you're like, man, I really enjoy this?
Well, I'm really excited about the opportunity to help local law enforcement and local military personnel. So all the proceeds from this event is going to those local organizations. So it is great to have that support and to see that and have the fans really come out and support.
That's amazing. Well, this is the second annual Confidence Classic. What does the partnership with Celebrity Sweat mean to you guys?
Well, for me, it's really important because Truist, we have the same values as my charity, Work Done Charities. I mean, Truist is really dependent and voted on being committed to inspiring families and build communities. So it's important. I think their mission is pretty much my mission. I'm just happy to be a partnership with them. That's amazing.
Well, we're looking for all the best here today. It's going to be an awesome day. You heard it from Warrick Dunn. We'll see you guys in a few minutes.
All right, thanks so much, Jake. Warrick Dunn, of course, part of that great backfield in Tampa Bay with Mike Allstott. They called it WD-40. And the quarterbacks we have here today in Miami, Larry, my oh my, some legends, McNabb and Flutie.
Absolutely. Donovan McNabb, Chicago guy, played for the Eagles, played for Andy Reid, got to a Super Bowl, 24-21, Patriots got the win, and boy, Doug Flutie, former Chicago Bear. I grew up in the Chicago area, and he came close to getting us to the Super Bowl.
All right, there they are, the Golden Knights, the competitive United States military parachute team, dropping onto the field with the official game ball, Larry, to kick off this 20th annual Celebrity Flag Football Challenge. You talk about acrobatics.
Man, and he didn't fumble it when he hit the ground.
And they brought the game ball in. So, yeah, protect the rock. That was certainly the mantra up in the sky as they hit the field turf here at Florida International University, which is the home of the Division I Panthers, Sun Belt Conference. Also, MLS franchise Inter Miami FC plays here. David Beckham, the owner. Maybe Beckham will drop by.
Yeah, I saw him the other night. He was looking good.
All right, let's take a look at the starting lineups for Team McNabb, Larry. A lot of talented players, a good mix of athletes and entertainers.
Absolutely. And, you can look at which team is the most athletic, strongest, physical. But I think it's pretty balanced.
I would think the McNabb to Michael Irvin combination might be one to keep an eye on.
Absolutely. I like Tracy McGrady. He can go either way for you. And also I like Andre Smith's ability.
All right, on the other side, it's Team Flutie. And we've seen Doug Flutie in these games in previous years. He is hyper competitive, and there's the roster he will be dealing with. T.Y. Hilton, he's got to be a local favorite.
Absolutely. He played right here. And Chris Lofton, not a bad one. Andre Reed, a Hall of Famer. So there's some very talented players out there going after it.
Yeah, it's going to be a blast today. Team Flutie against Team McNabb, the 20th annual Celebrity Flag Football Challenge. 74 degrees and some raindrops. Now, the good news is this is field turf, so I don't think the wetness, the liquid sunshine, as they say down here in South Florida, I don't think that's going to affect the footing too much, but you never know.
Yeah. So far, so good. It looks like this turf has really absorbed some of the precipitation that we got overnight and earlier in the week. So far, I don't see any splashes.
No, and we had the prototypical Miami monsoon last night in the area on South Beach, Miami Beach. To put a damper on some of the Super Bowl Friday fun.
I'll bet you, because I definitely heard the thunder from my hotel, and I want to tell you, you could see the rain was really coming down hard.
All right, the respective teams meeting at midfield as we are getting close to starting this flag football game. And I know, Larry, you and I were in Atlanta a year ago at SunTrust Stadium, the home of the Braves. Now here we are at Florida International University. It's bounced around year to year, different Super Bowl venues, and it's got some great traction now.
Yeah, and I really like the addition of the suite life, you might say. You got folks in the suites enjoying the festivities and not having to pull out an umbrella.
You can see Donovan McNabb in the center of your picture, and McNabb, I was in the locker room before the game, and he knew that going against Flutie, this isn't just some game in the park. Yeah. He knows Flutie's out here to win, and McNabb says, we're here to win as well.
Absolutely. Over 5,000 tickets already have been sold. People still trying to get in. They're excited about what should be a very contested football game.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And remember, the most valuable gift you can give yourself is a healthy, fit lifestyle. Check out CelebritySweat.com. Get yourself motivated for this new year. Hard to believe we're already 1 month into the new decade. It's February 1st, so.
I'm told that once you get to February 1st, it's, drop the new year and congratulations and that type of thing.
And you have no excuse for getting it wrong on a check or if you're writing the actual year, right?
Well, I've never written Happy New Year on a check.
and there he is, Doug Flutie, who is a guy who's done a lot of great things, Larry, here in the Florida area. He plays drums in the Flutie Brothers bands, and he spends winters in Melbourne Beach, Florida. That's up the coast, and there's a sports field complex there named after him.
Boston College guy, Heisman Trophy winner.
Yeah, and there's work done. We heard him with Jake Newlander earlier. Talking to the playmaker, he grew up not too far away in Fort Lauderdale. He began his legendary status as a high school superstar at St. Thomas Aquinas High. Then he went to the U, Miami University, played for Jimmy Johnson, and we know the rest of the story with the Dallas Cowboys.
3-time Super Bowl champion, doing a terrific job now for NFL Network. And, boy, you can bet he will definitely be trying to pump up his team because he is here to win.
And Tracy McGrady, another guy who has Florida ties, a big-time basketball star out of Bartow, Florida, played 16 seasons, Larry, in the NBA with Houston, Orlando, Toronto, Atlanta, Detroit, New York. His cousin is Vince Carter. Tracy McGrady thrilled a lot of fans over the years.
And Butch Carter, my good friend, Chris Carter's brother, who played in the NFL with the Vikings and Dolphins and is a Hall of Famer, was his coach when he was in Toronto.
Yeah, he came right out of high school in the 97 NBA draft, and he's with Andre Reed, another Hall of Famer here playing in this game. And, of course, you've been here in Miami most of the week. I arrived a couple of days ago, and, look, the Kobe Bryant tragedy has certainly eclipsed a lot of the fun here in Miami for Super Bowl week, and I know a lot of these guys knew Kobe and in some cases idolized him or looked up to him, so it's been a rough week, and thoughts and condolences to everybody on that crash, and we'll touch on that more during the broadcast. Let's go back downstairs to Jake Newlander.
Down here on the field with the man himself, Rashad Ross. Well, we're getting ready to start. How you feeling, man? You ready to get out there?
Yeah, I'm feeling great. I'm ready to get out there.
You guys are going to be in for a real treat today. This guy is an actual wheels-on with his legs. He is one of the fastest human beings on the planet. Rashad, what can people expect to see from you in the first half of this game?
Scoring a lot of touchdowns, burning a lot of people, you know.
If you're out there and you can hear me, which they probably can't, watch those ankles because Rashad is coming at you full speed. Back to you guys.
All right, thanks, Jake. And the Celebrity Flag Football Challenge is an official game conducted every year in the Super Bowl hosting city to support philanthropic efforts. Today, it's all about the military, so there's a heavy presence here as we honor those who have served.
Yes, and they give the ultimate sacrifice for their country, and you got to love it. Every time I see a gentleman in a military uniform, you definitely have to stop, shake their hand, pat them on the back, and let them know how much you respect that kind of a sacrifice, that type of a decision.
All right, we are close to starting this game here in Miami. As we look at some of the military members on hand, there's Doug Flutie. They will be wearing the red, white, and blue, the Buffalo Bills color scheme. Meanwhile, Team McNabb will be in black and gold.
You know, you were talking about the death of Kobe Bryant and how it has sort of hovered over us in a unique way, in a way that you really don't have anything to compare it to, other than maybe, Thurman Munson's passing, or Roberto Clemente, the great Hall of Fame Pittsburgh Pirate who went down in a plane crash. But, I had some people even trying to compare it to the assassination of President John Fitzgerald Kennedy, and that's going way back.
Yeah, it really is. I thought maybe it would be a Buddy Holly moment for this generation. Been a rough week here in Miami, but we're going to try to put some smiles on people's faces with this 20th annual Celebrity Sweat Flag football game. And we are just about ready to go. It looks like Team McNabb will start with the football at the 20-yard line. Donovan McNabb wearing that trademark number 5. He's got the baseball cap on. And as you said earlier, his only Super Bowl appearance was up the interstate in Jacksonville, Super Bowl 39, as the Jaguars were the host team and the Eagles took on the Patriots, and New England won in a close one.
Absolutely, and I know you had a chance to talk to Terrell Owens, and he is a Hall of Famer who the only one to choose to have his own private introduction into the game, and he's always got a lot to say, and he certainly had a major impact on the National Football League, and I got a feeling he's pulling for the 49ers on Sunday.
All right, let's go downstairs one more time to Jake Newlander.
Hey guys, I'm on the field with FIU alumni T.Y. Hilton. T.Y., welcome back, man. How's it feel to be back here?
Oh, it feels awesome, man. So happy to be here. It was incredible to come back to FIU Stadium and just have fun with Donovan and Flutie. So we look forward to it.
That's awesome, man. Now, with a big weekend like this coming to your hometown, what does it mean for your hometown to have a weekend of this magnitude come into your area?
I was trying to show the whole world what Miami's all about. So I know a lot of people come down here anyway, but to have the Super Bowl here is even bigger.
That's awesome, man. Now, when it comes to when you were growing up and becoming a professional athlete, who did you look up to and become motivated from?
I looked up to a lot of guys, Dion, Randy Moss, and Chad Ochocinco, because, he's from where I'm from. So to watch him give back the way he did, it only made right that I did it also, and just paid it forward.
And what does it mean to give back to the troops in an event like this? I mean, they do so much for us. What does it mean in your mind to give back to them where we have some fun and do an event like this?
Without them, is know us. So what they do, is hard, but they protect America. So for us, just come out here, have fun with them, and just show them that we love them.
You guys all heard it right here from T.Y. Hilton. Guys, back up to you.
Big throw on that drive was Tracy McGrady, the former NBA star. McNabb going to dump it off, and look at that, T-Mac with the high point catch.
Yes. Apparently that may have been the touchdown instead of the two-point conversion, because he put his hand on the receiver going in the end zone, I think just outside the goal line.
Yeah, you're right. So they're going to mark it back a few yards. This should be the official extra point try. And we're going to see an actual kick here. No, the fake kick.
The two-point
a little
play.
Trickery. And McNabb on the slant, but some dropsyitis there by Team McNabb.
Got to always look it in first.
Yep, no question.
How many championships have been lost because they took their eye off the ball?
Well, and the slant also, you've got to lead him. If you throw it a little behind the receiver, sometimes it's tough to make the catch. But Team McNabb off to the early lead, 6-0 here in the first half at the 20th Annual Celebrity Flag Football Challenge. Again, we're at Ricardo Silva Stadium in Miami, home of Florida International University. Boy, they have so many great Division I programs, Larry, here in the Sunshine State.
Absolutely.
Well, we'll get our first look at Doug Flutie and his team. They're already down by 6.
Well, if you talk about a quarterback that's mobile, I would give his team the edge in that area.
And they drop it off underneath. And then a pitch back. And Team Flutie still has something going on, and Flutie now has the ball back, and he's down around the 33-yard line.
Wow. You usually see that at the end of a game, not at the beginning.
Yeah. Well, I think anything goes in these flag football games. Just because you have a completion doesn't mean the guy's not going to look for a trailer and lateral it. Flutie again on the pass. Short gain for his team.
You think Doug gets to call his own audibles, or does he have to check in with the coach?
I think at this stage, Doug can do what he wants. And he's dinking and dunking his way on this opening drive, isn't he, Larry?
Yeah, just wants to keep the chains moving so to get his guys warmed up and then probably go deep.
And remember, we have raindrops falling here in Miami, so ball possession, ball security might be a bit of an issue, but not on that play. Again, wide open and getting it down to the end zone and across for the touchdown. Another score for T.Y. Hilton. How about that? So he ran that short post route, and the Colt star who played right here at Florida International, Larry, takes it to the house.
Oh, my. He has got to be pumped up about that, to be able to score in his old house. He helped build this place.
Yeah, I guess we can say this is the house T.Y. built. So we're tied, and now Team Flutie will try to take the lead. And they do as he dumps it off to the center. That center release. And that's Sergeant First Class Dan Rogers on the catch. So if you're a center, Larry, in flag football, you got to get that snap clean, but then you can go into the route.
Wow. He has really got to be excited about being out there with all those celebrities and football and basketball stars.
All right, let's take another look at it. T.Y. Hilton, the catch, and the yak, yards after catch.
Love the way he set up the defender to make him defend the outside, which opened up the middle, and he took it.
And, of course, the Colts have had so many great wideouts over the years. Marvin Harrison, now T.Y. Hilton, Reggie Wayne, Donovan McNabb up top, and our first turnover of the day, an interception for Team Flutie. And run out of bounds is the Team Flutie player who picked it off. And it was a good read, Larry, as he jumped the pass.
Yeah. The receiver went a little under the ball in terms of the route.
All right, Jake is on the sidelines with a Hall of Fame wideout.
That is right. He is a Hall of Famer. Andre Reed, the captain. Andre, how you feeling today, man?
I'm feeling good, man. Weather's a little funky, but, you know, we're here for a great cause for the military, and, you know, they do so much for us. They keep us free, and it's great for them to be out here to be with all these celebrities and have fun. Yeah.
What kind of a strategy are we looking at today for you guys?
Strategy, we're just trying to be better than them. That's the bottom line. We just go out and do what we do best, and that's win.
Looking for a win from Team Andre Reed right here. Guys, back up to you. Thanks, Andre.
All right, well, Team Flutie with the second touchdown of the day as they add to their lead. Doug Flutie comes out sharp as usual, Larry.
Yes, got his team on the top in this game early.
Can he add that extra point? He does.
The patience of Doug Flutie, waiting for those receivers to work on that route, get open, get
And how
some
about the guy who
separation.
made the catch, Sean Stellato? He's an agent.
Wow.
Usually he's upstairs negotiating with the front office, but not today. He's down there on the field turf. Getting another point for Team Flutie as they lead it now 14-6.
Right.
So that turnover sets up a score. And now Team McNabb will have the ball again, and it looks like Tracy McGrady is the quarterback.
Boy, that was a quick hook.
Yeah. Well, he had that double pass completion. He airs it out. Incomplete on the far sideline. You know, Tracy McGrady is one of the taller quarterbacks I've seen, Larry.
Yeah. But I'm sure, you know, like many of the athletes, you know, they had the options and, you know, growing up early in their careers to play multiple sports. Basketball, football, hockey in some cases, and soccer.
And he throws the sideline route. So McGrady has a completion there to DJ Moore. For Team McNabb, they're down by 8. If you're just tuning us in, 20th annual Celebrity Sweat Flag Football Challenge here on ESPN 3. And that one knocked away.
Wow. I thought this was flag football. That was some physical contact. Where's the flag?
Yeah, and Marcus Williams was the guy who was physical on the back end.
Wow. If this was a college football game, one of the officials would be throwing that guy out.
T-Mac going to throw the hook route, and that is Donovan Carter on the reception. Of course, if you watch Ballers, he's one of the guys in that HBO episode and series.
I've seen a few of them.
Little play action.
Oh, great pass.
Yeah, that pump fake set it up, and a big gain for Team McNabb. Run out of bounds. Andre Smith, linebacker for the Carolina Panthers, but he looked like a tight end there, Larry.
Yeah. He's got some run in this game. He showed some smoothness in that route.
He's from Jacksonville, so no stranger to Florida. Team McNabb with 20 minutes to go, trying to get some more points, but I think we've got our first sack of the day.
Wow.
We do.
Flutie's team coming with the blitz.
Yeah, it's Marcus Williams, and he comes off that left edge. All right, another staple in this flag football celebrity game is the playmaker. Jake Newlander's with him. Hey, Jake.
Michael Irvin. Michael, welcome back, man. We love seeing you here. What does this event mean to you, man?
It means everything, man. I mean, this is the bottom line of what all unions or relationships are about. If you're going to have any kind of relationship with anybody, it has to be about reciprocation. Coming out and trying to reciprocate the love that is given to us by the way they protect us, the way they provide for us and afford us the lifestyle we live. Coming out for the military, man, we get to have fun and do it for a great cause. It's a no-brainer, man. And there's nothing more important than it. I mean, absolutely nothing.
Well, Michael is the captain for Team Donovan McNabb. What can we expect to see from your team out here today?
Well, you can expect to see victory, because you know how Flutie is out here. Flutie gets out here, he gets real competitive. He wants to get in the middle of everything, and you got to watch him because they try to change the rules as the game goes on when they get behind. I got to make sure we don't do that. So it's funny. We have fun, but the juices get flowing now. The juices get flowing because you have these great athletes. These are still world-class athletes, man, and what's inside of them never die.
Well, you guys heard the strategy and all the things we're looking to see right here at the game today. You guys, right back up to you.
With a clenched fist in the air and say, I got more championship rings than anybody out here.
And I'm guessing he's extremely happy for his old college football coach and coach with the Cowboys, Jimmy Johnson. As we look again at the play, what tough drop at the end zone there by T. McNabb. Chris Lucas had it, Larry, but that ball's a little slick today with the raindrops.
Yeah, he kind of reminded me of Mr. Smith when he dropped that Staubach pass in the end zone that would have beat the Steelers that day.
And ironically, that was here in Miami at the old Orange Bowl. So Team Flutie with the 8-point lead has the ball back. And you don't know what they're going to do. T.Y. Hilton with a pitch back. And that's a pretty good chunk there, an explosive play.
Yes.
But I was saying earlier about Michael Irvin, Jimmy Johnson's going in the Hall of Fame. And I know Michael's a big fan of Jimmy's. And I think all of those former Cowboys and Hurricane players have congratulated Jimmy. I don't know if Jerry Jones officially has though yet.
I'm sure he has. I mean, they had their issues when they were together and then the separation, but a lot of time has come between then and now.
And there's a loose ball. One thing about Team Flutie, they like to do the double pass. They like to pitch it a lot. On that one, though, I believe that was T.Y. Hilton unable to hold on. And Doug Flutie, you're going to like playing in the bare feet, Larry, on the field turf. No cleats for Doug Flutie. No turf shoes.
Wow.
He's going to have those little black pellets all over his feet.
Does that mean because he's a former player he doesn't have a shoe contract?
Perhaps. He's trying to get one. As there's a completion over the middle.
Now that is a unique way to be a free agent.
Well, and Doug Flutie, he's creative. Say maybe this will get me that deal that I want. As Preston Brust made that grab, and they get it inside Team McNabb territory around the 43.
Oh, almost intercepted. You know, one good thing about that passing the ball to teammates and keeping the ball live, as you touched on, that kind of has the effect of a strong running attack. You know, you wear your defense down.
Yeah, and you keep the defense at bay sometimes. They have to respect fakes and things like that. They can't commit. As we saw that incompletion again. Flutie dancing around, pops it over the middle. And that catch made by Rashad Ross of the Carolina Panthers.
Boy, new ownership, new head football coach.
Yeah, a lot of changes in Carolina. Ron Rivera gone. He's in Washington now. What's the future of Cam Newton?
That's going to be answered very soon, probably by March 1st.
Well, Doug Flutie has a millennium back there to throw, and he finds an open receiver. And a catch inside the 15-yard line for Team Flutie. They lead it by 8. They're trying to get more.
Yeah, they're trying to get some separation in this game. Put a little heat on Team Donovan McNabb.
And that was Chris Lofton on the grab. He's also on the HBO series Ballers. Flutie going to run that fade now, Larry. Jump ball.
Oh, no. Good defense. He knocked it away.
Yeah, yes, indeed. Almost a catch and a toe tap, but instead an incompletion. He high-pointed it, Larry. He just couldn't come down with it. Looked like it was knocked away at the end by Team McNabb.
Well, once you go up and get it, you still got to hang on to it, and he wasn't able to.
Doug Flutie again to the air. Little check down. They'll be inside the 5. Looks like the rain has stopped here at Ricardo Silva Stadium, Florida International University here in Miami. Flutie throws the slant and another touchdown for Team Flutie. So they are ready to go. That catch by Chris Lofton.
Chris gets the score, and Flutie and company putting major heat on Team McNabb.
Yeah, they're going to have to rally. He ran that quick slant, and Flutie threw the bullet, and Lofton made the grab. And I was saying he's on Ballers. He's from the Chicagoland area like you are, Chris Lofton.
Yeah. You know, the ballers do a really good job. Every time I've watched it, I've been fairly entertained.
Extra point try. Deflected, caught,
Wow.
was he in? Yes! How about that? They get the deuce on the deflection.
Yeah, the reflexes. To be able to be ready for something like that, I don't think you practice a play like that, Eric.
It was Jonnu Smith making the grab. Yeah, that's just good reaction by Smith.
Yeah, you talk about that's the ultimate tip, Jewel. I think that ball was tipped twice. Off the line of scrimmage, the defender got a hand on it, changed the trajectory, and then in the end zone.
And that's why you always have to be alert. Even if the ball's not coming at you, deflections can happen, strange bounces can happen. You have to be ready. You never know. And it looks like Team Flutie now with this 21-6 lead. They're not going to let up. We know that. And McGrady's still the quarterback. So how about that? The head coach, Donovan McNabb, gives himself the hook at quarterback. He says, I'm done with me. I'm going to T-Mac.
Yeah, he says, I'm not getting the job done.
Well, when you're a player coach, you have to be objective even in analyzing your own game.
Yeah, and particularly when your players are telling you to give it up.
Yeah, McNabb actually not playing on this offensive possession. He's down around the 30 on the sidelines. And McGrady, oh my! T.Y. Hilton with the pick six in his own house.
Now that's an instinctive play by a football player against a basketball player.
Yeah, and T.Y. jumped it, and I think he knew where T-Mac was going. I think that Donovan now will tell Tracy, you got to look him off. But T.Y. Hilton, boy, he's been a special player in Indianapolis. Had to make an adjustment with the quarterbacks this past season. Andrew Luck, the sudden retirement. Jacoby Brissett.
Okay.
Extra point try. Another deflected catch for the deuce. And it's Jonnu Smith.
Wow.
He must have played basketball. He must be a guy that led the league in rebounds.
Now, the agent is on the other team, but he might sign him.
Yeah, he's going to want a good cut, too, of that deal. All right, Team Flutie off to a fast start here at the 20th Annual Celebrity Flag Football Challenge in Miami.
Celebrity Sweat takes you behind the scenes to see how your favorite athletes and celebrities train. We talk to the stars about eating habits, training techniques, and we inspire people of all ages to live healthy lives.
If you look at all the greats, they all have the same work ethic. We all do things that other people don't want to do.
Stretching at my age is really, really important.
If you like tennis, if you like weightlifting, whatever it is, if you eat right and you exercise, I think you're going to be healthy.
Do something that you love to do, and that's the best because you're enjoying it.
I'm a vegan. First thing, an acai bowl, which is, the Brazilian berry with some blueberries and stuff mixed up.
Being able to play the shows every night and be high energy like we are kind of demands a little bit of a workout routine.
So I've always kind of trained like a fighter. I've always got a little gym in my house.
Check out the Celebrity Sweat store at csweat.com and watch for weekly training tips and recipes from your favorite stars. Go to csweat.com to experience great fitness and nutrition today.
When you have financial confidence, you can live life on your own terms. No matter what.
SunTrust, now Truist.
And the 20th Annual Celebrity Flag Football Challenge is brought to you by Spiders and by Berserk Athletics, Heroes Sports, Canines for Warriors, and of course here in the Sunshine State, SunTrust. So glad to have them aboard for another year. And we We are back in scenic South Florida. Let's go down to the other member of our broadcast team, Jake Newlander.
Thank you, guys. I'm down here again with the amazing actor, Chris Lofton. Chris, you were on Ballers. What was it like to be on a show like that, man? That was a great show.
Man, it was amazing because it was surreal for me because I was always a fan of Ballers before I ever had been on the episode because I didn't come in until season 3. So I had been a diehard fan season 1 and 2. And then to actually be a part of a show that was one of your favorite shows was crazy to me. And then to actually be a former football player. I played in high school. I gave up a full ride to college to play football to keep acting. I gave it up. So to actually be able to recreate that, but through acting, it was just kind of like full circle. So it was real surreal.
That's amazing. Congratulations, man. So now, is it right? You have a production company?
Yeah, I do. I just started my production company, 630 Entertainment, man, and I've been writing my own stuff, trying to make my own way, brother. I'm going to use the platform and just, continue to render my services until I get enough capital to start. And that's it, brother.
That sounds great, man. Well, with the game going right now, the way it's going, what can we see? What can we expect to see actually for the rest of the game from your team?
Well, it looked like we got a comfortable lead. I've already got 6 under my belt. I think I want another one though. I think I'm gonna go for 2 touchdowns. I talked to Flutie. I think he's gonna be looking for me a little bit more on my crossing routes and my deep routes. He's been wanting to keep it short, but now that we up this much, we might as well just go for it.
Are you guys gonna score 100 points?
I think Flutie will be a nice guy. He's a good sport. He has great sportsmanship. I don't think he'll let it get that out of hand.
Guys, stay tuned. We're looking for that 100. We'll see how it goes. Guys, back up to you.
All right, thanks so much, Jake, with Chris Lofton, Lambeau. Team McNabb's got some work to do, Larry. They're down by a lot of points, 25.
Yes, that ability to protect the football has, it definitely has gotten away from them today, and it's cost them big time.
We have a wounded warrior as well on the field for Team McNabb. That's Sergeant First Class Mark Owens. He's the snapper now. Tracy McGrady with a completion over the middle and a big chunk gain there for Team McNabb. And they need points, and they need them in a hurry. Catch made by Braxton Berrios. Rookie wideout with the New York Jets. Played right here in South Florida at the U, Miami.
Where's Tom Brady when you need him? When you get behind 28-3, you need to be able to get some momentum started and fast.
And Larry, how about the courage of Sergeant First Class Mark Owens, the snapper, who certainly made a lot of sacrifices for the U.S. in the military, out there snapping the ball cleanly to Tracy McGrady. And T-Mac has a touchdown pass.
T-Mac.
So Team McNabb gets a much-needed touchdown. It's now 31-12. We'll take one more look at it. Pretty good catch on the back end. And the throw was where really nobody could make a play. And Berrios, another catch, and this time a score.
Yes, able to get that ball across the goal line, just touch that zone, and the conversion.
Yeah, they get 2 more. And that was a laser being thrown there by Tracy McGrady. After he floated that pick 6 to T.Y. Hilton, I think Donovan McNabb may have said, put more mustard on the fastball, and he did on that drive.
Oh, my.
So suddenly 31-14 our score. And Team McNabb hoping that spark can maybe turn into a bonfire here on this cloudy day in South Florida. That catch was Ulysses Diaz, who's an MMA fighter. So usually they use their hands to, throw some jabs and protect themselves, but this time he made the grab with those mitts.
Yes. Now, Celebrity Sweat, their apparel really looks good. I can see you putting on a couple of those shirts, man.
Yeah, you should see the stuff they had in that locker room, the jerseys, the gloves. It was pretty cool looking stuff. As Team Flutie with the ball back and a quick throw and a completion, about 5 yards. Again, we are the 20th annual Celebrity Sweat Flag Football Challenge here in Miami.
McNabb's team needs to play a little defense.
Watch out for some shenanigans there, but no pitch back. That is Jonnu Smith, and he's certainly been one of the stories in this game, catching 2 deflected extra point passes. And, of course, the game, a great tribute to the military. All right, Donovan McNabb, again, A guy who's yanked himself as the starting quarterback is downstairs with Jake.
That's right, guys. I got Donovan McNabb right here. Donovan, you guys have a small deficit to make up here. What can we look to see in the second half from you guys?
Well, we made some adjustments. We made sure. We just got a pick six by T-Mac. I would go out there on offense, but we're just changing things around. I made sure the guys understood that just wasn't us in the first half. The second half is going to be much different. As you can see, our adjustments with the turnover there after the touchdown, we're about to get the ball back in the end zone.
Man, that's awesome. So how does it feel to be back on the field like this, man? How does it feel, and what is it like physically to be back out here playing with these guys?
You know what? It's just having fun, man. All of us out here, I'm playing receiver right now. T-Mac's not throwing me the ball. I don't know what's wrong with these quarterbacks. I'm running my routes and I'm wide open. They don't want to throw me the ball. But you know what? It's fun, man. It's competitive. Guys are getting their juices flowing. We're out here just cracking jokes and having fun. That's what it's all about.
And lastly, for the military, what does this mean to you to come for an event like this to support the troops for all they do?
You have to show your appreciation and giving back to the community, and also showing our love for what they do for us and giving us the opportunity to have our freedom. You know, words can express how we truly feel and what we want to give back to them. So this is an opportunity where they're out here having fun. We're having fun. We're going to turn this thing around so we can win, and then, you know, it'll be a different ball game by fourth quarter.
Big second half comeback soon. You guys will see it right here with Team McNabb.
There you go.
Great job down there on the sidelines as he caught up with Donovan McNabb, just like you, from the city of Chicago, Chi-Town.
Yeah, he played on the Catholic League side of the football, and of course I was in the public league, and so we were rivals.
And during the interview, Tracy McGrady with the interception, and now Team McNabb a chance here late in this first half. If they can score here, Larry, that would be a big motivational boost as they go into the locker room.
Absolutely, they've gotten themselves back in touch. You know, after the turnover ratio is really big in these games.
McGrady rolling left and then throwing back to his right, incomplete, but some mobility there by T-Mac. Maybe he's been watching the Patrick Mahomes video.
Yeah, I was going to say that. You know, I don't know if he ran past the line of scrimmage on that play though.
I don't see a flag. Well, great to be here in South Florida, the 11th time that Miami and Fort Lauderdale have hosted a Super Bowl. Should be the final play of the half. And wow, there's a bit of a victory for Team Flutie to keep him out of the end zone there.
Yeah, that would have been a lot of momentum that you carry in, because momentum is something you can't see, but believe me, once you turn it on, sometimes you can't turn it off.
But wait a minute, we're in a soccer stadium, an MLS venue. We got to put time back on the clock. Do we call this injury time? Because suddenly there's 44 seconds left. But Team Flutie does have the ball.
I think it started with the Flutie blitz. Now Flutie's mad for that last pick.
Let's see what Doug can dial up here from his own end zone. Home run heave, and the incompletion almost brought down. I think that's Jonnu Smith as he elevated Larry, but he couldn't bring it in.
Yeah, he's a very good athlete and a competitor.
One more time. Yeah, just missed it. I think the storyline here in the first half is the barefoot Doug Flutie leading his team to 31 points. There's a drop-off and a completion.
Yeah.
Well, it's always fun to see Doug Flutie before the game. He's getting revved up. He sits by that locker. He gets a game face on. There's no doubt about it, Larry, as that one's incomplete. 74 degrees. We've had on and off raindrops here in Miami. Of course, Super Bowl 54 tomorrow night at Hard Rock Stadium. 39 Super Bowls for you now, right, Larry?
That's correct. I tell you, it doesn't get old. I really enjoy the incredible competition and the expectations that both teams bring to a world championship game.
There's a good grab by Team Flutie for some more yardage. I believe we're in the final seconds of the first half. That catch, Marcus Williams. Maybe someday we'll see Larry Jr., your son, with the Arizona Cardinals playing in this event. Of course, he announced he's going to come back for another year.
Yeah, 17 years. Imagine that. I never would have thought that. Although, you know, he started at age 20. It was only 2 years in college, so but he's still going and going strong.
What a run it's been. And how about that throw on the go route to Marcus Williams? And he gets it down around the 10-yard line, but are they out of time?
Yes.
Oh, that was close.
No, you can't go.
I think that may end the first half as the players are walking to the sideline. It's been a fun first half. The barefooted wonder, Doug Flutie. His team ahead of Team McNabb, 31-14 at the break here in Miami on Super Bowl Saturday.
I was in the Army for 12 years, infantry. I've been with Hero Sports as a volunteer for 2 years. Going hunting, fishing with other veterans, you know, and showing them that there's more to it than just, oh man, I'm done, it's over, I'm out of the military. There's more than that. Getting together and playing softball or soccer or flag football, it was more of a team outside of the team. It was those things that I enjoyed having in the military and that I loved having in the military that I felt were part of Hero Sports.
And the Celebrity Flag Football Challenge here in Miami brought to you by Pepsi and by Blue Moon, Miller Lite, Grip Bell, and of course, Celebrity Sweat, motivate and inspire. All right, halftime here at Ricardo Silva Stadium, the campus of Florida International University. Team McNabb trailing Team Flutie in our Celebrity Sweat Flag football game here in South Florida. Larry, that first half clearly was dominated by Team Flutie, and they got a big goal line stand late in the half.
Yes, and of course Doug Flutie's team won the turnover ratio, and that's very important in any game of football. And right now that has given them the lead in this game because those turnovers were big.
And by the way, I like your apparel. South Beach orange for Larry today here in Florida. And we've got a halftime show going on, and looks like some good theatrics and entertainment for the crowd on hand today.
Got to take care of that, boy. That music down here never gets old.
All right, halftime here at the 20th Annual Celebrity Sweat Flag Football Challenge in South Florida. And the halftime show featuring Florida's very own Jake Miller, singer, songwriter, music producer, and even dabbles as a rapper once in a while. So he's multi-dimensional, as we say in the football business.
Yes, sir. You got to take care of that business, man. Hip-hop is huge.
Yeah, it really is. And I love the Dolphins jerseys. I think their color scheme is one of the more cool-looking uniforms they have in the NFL. You got the aqua and the orange and the white. That's good tradition down here in Miami.
It really is, and it's always been. I mean, the Dolphins, one of the great franchises of all time in the NFL history.
All right, we will step away for a moment as Team McNabb and Team Flutie in the respective locker rooms getting ready for the second half. Jake Miller, the halftime performer here at Ricardo Silva Stadium in Miami.
Pepsi Zero Sugar. All the cola flavor, none of the sugar.
When you have financial confidence, you can live life on your own terms. No matter what.
SunTrust, now Truist.
Pepsi Zero Sugar. All the cola flavor, none of the sugar.
And the Celebrity Flag Football Challenge brought to you by Verizon, Mountain Dew, Rain Total Body Fuel, St. Archer Gold. All right, halftime here at the Celebrity Sweat Flag Football Challenge. Jake Miller out of the state of Florida, the halftime artist. Let's listen in. Tell you what, Larry, this event being part of Super Bowl week here in South Florida, what a blast it's been. I mean, it's a treat to be a part of it.
It is. So many great events go on during the week, and this one really grabs you because it's so many folks and so many organizations that are helping people across this great U.S. of ours.
Yeah, and a big shout out to all the military members as we thank them for their service. And the second half coming up shortly here at Ricardo Silva Stadium on the campus of Florida International University. Again, the Panthers play D1 football here in the Sun Belt Conference. And let's not forget about Miami FC in Major League Soccer and the ownership group led by David Beckham.
Yeah, this is a well put together stadium. I would bet it's in the 40,000 seat area. What do you think?
I'm told the capacity is 20,000 as we take a good look at it from our outstanding camera crew here. And let's not forget, Larry, this event supports Hero Sports, Canines for Warriors, Operation Warrior Wishes, the Wounded Warrior Project. So it benefits a lot of different groups.
Yeah, and to see some of the Wounded Warrior players is very encouraging. I mean, that takes courage.
Yeah, on Team McNabb, we've seen Sergeant First Class Mark Owens, who's playing with a prosthetic leg, so that's impressive. Team Flutie has Sergeant First Class Dan Ross, so we certainly are happy they're a part of this event. And I think what makes it cool, this is my fourth broadcast. I started in Houston, then it was Minneapolis last year, you and I in Atlanta, this year in South Florida. But it's a good mixture, a good combination of athletes, entertainers, and people in the military.
Yeah, and a terrific halftime show.
Yeah, and a lot of photo opportunities. All right, we're going to take a look at those first half highlights, of which there were many. Team Flutie with the lead. Now, there's that throw by Tracy McGrady. It was a double pass, and it was the first big completion of the game.
Now, in college, had his elbow hit the ground, he would have been technically down, but these are pros.
Yeah, exactly, even though we're playing in a college venue. And there's Donovan McNabb flipping a touchdown to Tracy McGrady. And, of course, Braxton Barrios has had a pretty good first half. Ulysses Diaz, I like the do and I like the catch there, the MMA boxer.
I'd like to see you get that style of try.
I'm going to work on that tonight when I head down to South Beach. Team Flutie, though, boy, they were explosive. This is T.Y. Hilton. And the former FIU Panther gets it done.
Yes, the setup.
And that's Sergeant First Class Dan Ross. He can say he caught a touchdown from Doug Flutie. And then you got the pick, Larry, by Team Flutie that got them deep into McNabb territory.
Doug Flutie, boy, he never forgets that you got to look defenders off.
Yeah, notice the look left and a little bit back to the middle and then the completion there. And, of course, the bullet slant for the score there. And this is one of the great stories in the first half. Jonnu Smith had 2 deflected catches for 2-point conversions. And T.Y. to the house with a pick 6. Well, I'll tell you what, Jonnu Smith has shown us he's got Velcro hands. He's catching everything today.
Yes, he has been very impressive.
All right, the second half coming up. Team Flutie with a convincing lead. Can Team McNabb rally? We'll find out shortly. It's Super Bowl week in South Florida here on ESPN3.
Takes you behind the scenes to see how your favorite athletes and celebrities train. We talk to the stars about eating habits, training techniques, and we inspire people of all ages to live healthy lives.
If you look at all the greats, they all have the same work ethic. We all do things that other people don't want to do.
Stretching at my age is really, really important.
If you like tennis, if you like weightlifting, whatever it is, if you eat right and you exercise, I think you're going to be healthy.
Do something that you love to do, and that's the best because you're enjoying it.
I'm a vegan. First thing, an acai bowl, which is, the Brazilian berry with some blueberries and stuff mixed up.
Being able to play the shows every night and be high energy like we are kind of demands a little bit of a workout routine.
So I've always kind of trained like a fighter. I've always got a little gym in my house.
Check out the Celebrity Sweat store at csweat.com and watch for weekly training tips and recipes from your favorite stars. Go to csweat.com to experience great fitness and nutrition today.
And the 20th Annual Celebrity Flag Football Challenge is brought to you by Spiders and by Berserk Athletics, Heroes Sports, Canines for Warriors, and of course here in the Sunshine State, SunTrust. So glad to have them aboard for another year. All right, second half coming up here at the 20th annual Celebrity Sweat Flag Football Challenge. Eric Nelson, Larry Fitzgerald with you here on ESPN3. Jake Newlander is down on the sidelines doing his usual great job of rounding up the stars and getting the interviews. What's the game plan here for Team McNabb as they try to rally, Larry?
Well, I never played in a basketball game, and you don't know what entertainers do at halftime, but I know what football players do at halftime. They go in and get some oranges, and sit down and get a little energy, and they come back ready to make up a deficit if you're behind, and if you've got a lead, you want to hang on.
And I'm sure Doug Flutie has told his group, don't take your foot off the gas pedal. Don't let up. I want to win this thing. That's the way he's wired. Meanwhile, Donovan McNabb and company, they'll try to find a way to erase this large deficit.
Yep.
They can draw inspiration maybe from Patrick Mahomes.
Well, maybe Donovan's saving his best for last, which is something it has been rumored that he didn't do the last time he was in that Super Bowl game. And that's what Owens told you, right?
Yeah, well, there's Donovan Carter from the HBO series Ballers. Played at UCLA. Out in the Pac-12.
He looks a little thinner on screen, though.
And usually it's the other way around. Team Flutie will start with the ball at their own 20. And they're on field turf. And right away, a check down. And the completion and the catch to Jonnu Smith for another good game. Boy, he took that little dump off, Larry, and got some yak.
Yes. He runs with a lot of ambition.
They got 19 yards on that play. Well, this game is a quarterback's dream, though. No pass rush. There's no D Ford or Frank Clark chasing you.
Well, we had one blitz earlier.
Yeah, that's true. But basically, it's a clean pocket as Jonnu Smith with yet another catch. Boy, he's been a stat machine so far in this game.
Boy, you put Pat Mahomes in one of these games and it's lights out. Because the 49ers don't have a chance then if they couldn't use that front four of theirs in a game like this.
Yeah, and of course, Super Bowl 54 tomorrow night at Hard Rock Stadium here in South Florida. The 11th Super Bowl in Miami. Doug Flutie, the home run throw on the go route. Touchdown, Team Flutie, T.Y. Hilton.
Wow. That looks like the one that virtually won him the Heisman.
Well, you're not kidding, and they get a quick 6. And boy, Doug Flutie still can air it out, Larry, and a good adjustment on the route.
Officials let him get away with a little contact before, but he caught that football and got across the goal line.
Yeah, and we're going to give that touchdown to Rashad Ross of the Panthers. And now they're going to go for 2 more. Flutie surveying everything. And then the dump off. And the score, I think that's Sean Stellato, the agent. He's going to try to negotiate himself a new deal.
I see that. Taking a drink.
Well, just what Team McNabb didn't need. Giving up 8 points out of the gate to start this second half. And we'll see who comes back in at quarterback. Again, it was Donovan McNabb on the opening series. There's the extra point throw. Good route as Stellato just worked the goal line, found that soft spot. But Tracy McGrady has been the guy most of the way at quarterback.
Need a little help from his defense also, if he can get his team on the board starting the second half.
Yeah, Tracy McGrady, really a local legend. Besides being an NBA star, he's been a basketball analyst for ESPN. And there's a McGrady to McNabb completion and then a pitch back to DJ Moore. Moore trying to knife his way through a couple of tacklers. I use that phrase loosely. But Tracy McGrady, Larry, back in July of 2014, achieved his dream of playing professional baseball, pitching for the Sugarland Skeeters just outside of Houston in the Atlantic League of Professional Baseball. So he's not a stranger to throwing that football or baseball.
Wow.
Another pitch back, DJ Moore. He's got some space. Little shake and bake.
Impressive.
Wow, inside the 10 to about the 5. Well, that's what Team McNabb needs. And McGrady just got it to Moore quickly, and Moore did the rest.
That's a big time play there, boy.
Well, they're going to spot it at the 5. Yeah, the stop, the start. Barry Sanders-like.
Yeah. I saw Barry the other night. He was at the NFL Players Association dinner. Looking good, man.
Good to know. And we get a touchdown for Team McNabb. McGrady looks right, back to the left, and right over the middle as he finds Carlito Londano for that score.
Carlito. Big man.
Imagine T-Mac on the pitching mound. That would be like Randy Johnson or J.R. Richard or somebody like that.
Yeah. J.R. could bring it, boy.
There's the pump, the throw.
That's good.
Yeah. So 39 to 20. 39-22 if you add in the deuce. Now it's not over yet, Larry. A lot of time left. Under 25 minutes. I think with McGrady, once he got the rust off, he settled down, made some good throws.
Yes. Coach McNabb doing a little motivational speaking for the defense now to try to get that football back.
And I would imagine Tracy McGrady affected by the Kobe tragedy, being a guy who came out of high school, played in basically the same era. Probably hit home very hard.
Yeah, it's something that really, grabs you.
When the LA Lakers did a marvelous tribute last night at Staples Center, not only to Kobe, but all of the victims.
Guys, I got DJ Moore down here.
Poignant and well done. Team Flutie trying to get more. That ball hits the ground, and that means it's down.
Big loss for Team Flutie.
Yeah, Rashad Ross with the pitch, but he didn't have enough on it. Well, as you said, Team McNabb needs a defensive stand.
That would have the, that was like a sack there.
Doug Flutie.
Trying to go deep.
Check it down. Oh, I think that's Billy Blanks, the Tybo hero, who couldn't bring it in. Well, Florida International University, D1 program, plays in Conference USA. As we touched on earlier, there are so many tremendous programs here in the Sunshine State. I mean, they grow oranges, they grow lemons, and they also grow football players down here, don't they?
Absolutely. And Eric, the fishing's not bad. It's the capital of, if you want to go on the water for cruises, this is the #1 destination spot for taking a cruise in the world.
Yeah, I saw a lot of boats leaving off Miami Beach yesterday. Quite the scene. Flutie over the middle, and there's a big catch again by Jonnu Smith. That's been his go-to guy, and you can look at Jonnu, and he's got some bulk, got some size, but he's got some hops.
Yes, he's athletic.
Elevated to make that grab, and it's now inside Team McNabb territory.
Keeps his eye on the ball.
Little quick throw. That'll get about 5 to 6. Yeah, just here in the Miami area, you have Florida International, where we are, Conference USA. Florida Atlantic, which just had Lane Kiffin. He's now at Ole Miss. Miami, the U, you think about their tradition. And then you go beyond that, Florida State, Florida, Central Florida, South Florida. I mean, on and on it goes.
Right.
Not to mention some D2 programs.
Good ones.
Yes. Now Team Flutie with this 17-point lead. They're trying to get more. Ball at the 33 of Team McNabb.
And they try to blitz him again, and he gets away with one.
Oh, and an outstanding play on the back end. by Team McNabb's Braxton Berrios. Again, he's a wideout with the Jets, but he turned into a DB there, Larry.
Yeah, and Donovan McNabb is going with a little zone coverage now.
Yeah, and if Berrios doesn't reach up with the left hand and swat it down, that's probably another score.
He had to, at the last second, play the ball.
Flutie again, up top. Almost picked off. Berrios. I'll tell you what, if Adam Gase wants to switch positions with the Jets, he might want to throw him on the corner, Larry.
Wow, that kind of hurt. He hit the ground.
Although he's going to tell you and I he should have made the catch, right?
I would. Is he all right?
I think he's going to be fine. He's got his line back up over there to that deep safety spot. Let's see what Team Flutie can do here. And there it is. Berrios timed it. He got the pick. Can he get to the house? He makes the cutback.
Oh, no.
Touchdown saving tackle for Team Flutie. Well, Berrios read it perfectly, Larry. And that was a saving tackle for Team Flutie. And you saw, he tried to come over at the top with the strip. Let's go down low now to DJ Moore and Jake Newlander. Hey, Jake.
Thanks, guys. I'm on the field here with DJ Moore. DJ, that was a big interception. You guys are rallying back. What can we see, and what's the strategy to make that comeback?
Make people miss and just get some points and more. It's 22-39 right now, so we need some touchdowns.
When you were growing up, you wanting to be a football player, what was the motivating factor in your head? Who motivated you? What was the shocking change that you had to go through that you decided, I want to be an athlete?
The shocking change came in college because I seen that I could really take this to the NFL level. So that was the biggest thing. And my mom was my motivator.
That's family's always the best, man. Now, when you talk about the Super Bowl, a huge event. It's the NFL's 100th season. It's our 20th annual game. It's all for the military. What does an event like this mean with the military support behind it?
Hey, it's big. Just to see them out here is huge, and they even playing in the game. So it's always fun to have them and get back to them.
I'll let you get back out there to get the comeback going, man. Thank you very much. Guys, back up to you.
Team that gets the ball. Oh, he's in rhythm now. He's in rhythm now.
All right, thanks, Jake. And boy, DJ Moore, you saw that graphic, youngest player in Carolina history with a 1,000-yard receiving season. That includes guys like Steve Smith.
Great season for him, and when you consider he has a teammate, his running back, just burning up the National Football League with all those touchdowns and yards, over 1,000 receiving and rushing.
Yeah, Christian McCaffrey. Panthers trying to get themselves back on track. A lot of changes in Charlotte. Let's see what Team McGrady can do here, or Team McNabb. McGrady, the quarterback. Going to loft one into the middle of the end zone, but that's a little bit over his target. Well, we haven't seen the sun yet today. Been a cloudy, overcast afternoon here in South Florida. We had that Miami monsoon last night. Wow, it was a washout on South Beach.
Yes, that came hard.
McGrady with a pump fake, a double pump fake, and it works.
Another touchdown.
Yeah, Team McNabb crawling back into this game, Larry.
That gets them in touch.
No question. Down by 11. There's that kind of half smile by McGrady. He knows, hey, we're coming back, guys.
And they send the blitz.
And a rare sack in this celebrity event.
He's asking, can you do that?
Yeah, now he's getting the explanation that he probably doesn't want to hear. So Team Flutie brings the corner blitz. That's a big 2 to keep off the board.
It's kind of hard to send plays in from the sidelines in these games, right? You can't talk to a guy through his helmet.
No. and you can't use a trash can lid and a TV monitor and a camera and bang on it to let them know what's going on either.
There you go. Baseball commentary by Eric Nelson.
Yeah, how about that? Doug Flutie says, I'm no longer the barefoot quarterback. He's got footwear, Larry.
After that first half performance, he got a contract.
I'll tell you what, Jonnu Smith, we had to vote for MVP right now. He may get some votes of this game.
Yes. Let's see how Flutie performs shoeless and with shoes.
Well, way back in the day, it was shoeless Joe Jackson. In the first half, it was shoeless Doug Flutie. And the pitch back, and how about the shake and bake by the veteran? You know, he also played the USFL, as you know, Larry, with the New Jersey Generals, and their owner at the time, Donald Trump.
Wow. Did Donald cut any checks, though?
Yeah. We're going to go downstairs to Jake.
Carlito, that was an amazing touchdown. I know you're feeling happy. Walk me through your head right now, man.
Childhood dream to get a real athlete, throw me a touchdown. Got us, you know, music industry. That's all I know. I'm happy to be here. Appreciate you guys, Celebrity Sweat, having us. This is an amazing turnout. Thank you. I'm excited. I'm gonna look a little kid in here.
Well, you guys, you're fueling the comeback, man. You guys are right back in this game. Are we gonna see a comeback?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I did 2. We could do 2 more touchdowns. Listen, we got too many amazing players out there. It's nothing. We got a lot of time left. You know, it's too easy. Let's go.
I know, man. And you're a man of a lot of talents. Please give everyone an insight as to what you're up to nowadays.
Got a couple projects. Giselle coming soon. Amazing project I'm putting together with my man Easy on the beat. He's like one of the biggest Latin producers. Derek Jackson's involved. K-Mac. The whole 1808 company. We have Universe Network Television that we do with you guys, which we have a bunch of new shows coming. But music-wise, I got this other kid from New York, Joe Amoroso. So just working, man. I'm in the studio working. No days off. I got some amazing music coming. So, you know, we went from the whole Fat Joe, Terror Squad, Loud Records, everything to now, you know, focusing on my talent and all that. So, and UMTV, obviously, and hanging out with you guys.
Well, I'll let you get back out there and go fuel the comeback. Get touchdown number 3 coming up, and I'll see you soon, man. Eric, Larry, back up to you guys.
All right, good job, Jake, down there on the sidelines. And Team Flutie getting some more points or getting close to adding to their 11-point lead. As he had the dump off to Sergeant First Class Dan Ross. He got just inside of the goal line, Larry. Didn't break the plane in time.
Boy, Jake's job is like, there's a touchdown.
Yeah, the shovel pass. He says, you know what? I'll pay you back for all your effort.
And his second touchdown of the game.
Yep, and thanks for your service. I'm sure that's what Doug is saying as well. So he caps off the drive. The punctuation mark was the shovel pass touchdown. And also along the way, we saw more of Jonnu Smith. And he's another guy who played right here at Florida International. He's from Philly, now with the Tennessee Titans, Larry. 8 touchdown catches, 3 seasons. So he's having a breakout game here on ESPN 3. and there's another catch, and that's Jonnu Smith, the former Panther. Paws up.
Wow. Like you said, he's been the go-to guy, and right now he's getting a lot of MVP votes.
Yeah, you know what? T.Y. Hilton certainly has done his thing as well. We got a lot of stars shining, even though it's cloudy outside today here in South Florida. Team Flutie with the 45-28 lead on ESPN 3.
Pepsi Zero Sugar. All the cola flavor, none of the sugar.
Celebrity Sweat takes you behind the scenes to see how your favorite athletes and celebrities train. We talk to the stars about eating habits, training techniques, and we inspire people of all ages to live healthy lives.
If you look at all the greats, they all have the same work ethic. We all do things that other people don't want to do.
I'm a vegan. First thing, an acai bowl with some blueberries.
Being able to play the shows every night kind of demands a little bit of a workout.
Watch for weekly training tips and recipes from your favorite stars. Go to csweat.com today.
Pepsi Zero Sugar. All the cola flavor, none of the sugar.
We've had some raindrops today here in Miami. Right now, though, no rain falling here at the 20th annual Celebrity Sweat Flag Football Challenge. Larry Fitzgerald, Eric Nelson, Jake Newlander down on the sidelines. And Tracy McGrady and Team McNabb down by 19. They've got work to do. And we'll go downstairs to Jake.
We're on the field, and that's right. This is the Jake and Jake combo right here. Jake Miller, the Florida boy, the halftime show specialist. Jake, you did awesome out there. How you feel, man?
I feel great. I'm back home in Miami. My parents are here. It's a kind of gloomy day, but we're having a good time.
With a weekend like this, with the magnitude, with all eyes on Super Bowl, with your family in town, with the support for the military, what does it mean to you to come back here, and how do you feel inside?
It feels amazing. I mean, anytime I'm working with Celebrity Sweat, like I feel like you guys are family. You guys have kind of taken me in over the past few years, and everything that we do is for a good cause. So, and we get to see amazing people. I get to meet some of my idols that I grew up watching, like Donovan McNabb and Doug Flutie. So it's just a really cool opportunity, and to be able to perform music, obviously, like that's my baby. So it's really cool. And shout out to all the fans that came out to watch.
Well, you were incredible out there, and is it true you have a lot of new music coming out?
A lot of new music. I've been in LA just recording every day. Lots of new music. So I'm excited to get back on the road and put it all out.
Can't wait to see it. You guys can check out Jake. He's climbing the charts every single day, but a lot of new music coming out. Eric and Larry, back up to you.
Good to hear from Jake and Jake down there on the sidelines as we are closing in on the 11-minute mark of the second half. Team McNabb has a lot of work to do, Larry. I don't think they can afford these long, methodical drives. They need quick strikes.
Yeah, like the one they just had before they gave up that touchdown. But, they're in it, technically. There's still time.
Well, Tracy McGrady going to reach into his bag of tricks and throw it to Donovan McNabb. But Donovan, always was a good-sized quarterback. He could probably play tight end if he wanted.
Yeah, he was quite mobile. Not as mobile now as he was back in the day, but showing that he can still be called on.
And T-Mac with another throw over the middle. And that is a completion to Walt Aikens, who just arrived.
Where's he been? Did he get caught on the causeway?
Yeah, perhaps. Rumor has it traffic is a little heavy here in Miami this week as T-Mac will go up top, and it's incomplete. Walt Aikens, by the way, cornerback for the Dolphins. Played at Liberty College. Yeah, Donovan McNabb, I know earlier in the week he had a chance to visit with his old coach Andy Reid during a Chiefs practice. And they're tight, as you know, Larry. I mean, they had a long NFL union together and had a lot of success.
I'm told he spoke to the team, about what this experience is like, the Super Bowl week. It's definitely a learning experience.
And that ball just out of the hands of Walt Aikens.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, obviously, if you've never been in the Super Bowl, you have to control your emotions, not let yourself get stage fright. I mean, it is the greatest single-day sporting spectacle on the globe. And how do you keep yourself in check? That's the key, right?
Well, you got to be, oh boy, there's a big one.
It is, and Team Flutie gets a huge interception off another deflection. Roscoe Dash. And again, good instincts, Larry, as Roscoe with the celebration.
And Tracy is just sick.
Oh, wow. And he scooped it right up off the field turf. Roscoe Dash, a hip-hop singer, a rapper from Atlanta.
Wow. His day in the spotlight.
Yeah.
Was there 3 turnovers now in this game?
I believe so.
For Team McNabb?
Yeah. Of course, one of them, the pick 6 by T.Y. Hilton.
Thank you guys for going live on your phone.
Doug Flutie now has been lined up in the receiving corps. He just made a catch.
Yeah, he says, anything Donovan McNabb can do, I can do better.
Now, right now on the scoreboard, his team is certainly doing it better as we hit the 8-minute mark, and they're up 47-28. And there's an incompletion for Team Flutie. So another quarterback change here in this game. That's Jonnu Smith of the Tennessee Titans. Of course, he's a big wheel here on the Florida International campus. Played for the Panthers. All right, downstairs to Jake one more time.
How do you feel out there, man?
I'm feeling good, having fun. We up right now, so we're pretty much comfortable. And, we're just looking for some competition out here.
Well, you guys have just about a 20-point lead here. What's your strategy in terms of holding the lead for your team?
We're letting Doug Flutie do everything. He's just a great QB. He's dicking and dunking, just getting the ball to everybody and just, the defense can't key in on nobody.
Well, what can you tell the teammates that you have about these, the support and the give back that we have for the military? What have you guys been chatting about, and what does an event like this mean to you?
It means a lot. You definitely got to see, how much, bravery they have when they were parachuting and landed here. And I think all the guys were amazed at that. And me and Marcus Williams really drilled one of the guys, just asked them so many questions about, how do you do it, if they're scared when they're up there, just things of that nature.
Those guys are true heroes, and you're a true hero in Chicago, man. Thank you so much. I'll let you get back out there. Good luck the rest of the game. Guys, back up to you.
All right, Jake with Tariq Cohen, Chicago Bears. Uh-oh, a pick. Team McNabb trying to get back in it. To the house. Andre Smith.
Umpire with a little premature touchdown call, but he eventually stepped in.
How about that? Andre Smith of the Carolina Panthers, a linebacker, and he dropped in and made a great read with the pick. Chris Lofton was the quarterback, replacing Flutie. I think Chris Lofton may get hooked, Larry. Oh boy!
Not only did he fake, and he tried to dunk on it there.
There you go. Maybe Tracy McGrady can give him a dunk grade.
Wow, impressive. On his run, he not only faked the defender out, he lost his hat.
So, Team McNabb still has a pulse. 5:20 to go here in the second half. And now the quarterback is McGrady again. The roll right, the roll left, and it's Donovan McNabb on the catch.
How do you like Donovan? Chicago's own. Catholic school.
They're back in it, Larry. Down by 11, but they need a stop. McGrady with some mobility there. Throw on the run.
His son and one of my grandsons, Devin, played on the same Little League team.
Out in the Phoenix area.
In the Phoenix area, yeah.
Got some raindrops coming down again here in Miami. Temperature in the mid-70s. Yeah, Doug Flutie says, I got to pull the reins on Chris Lofton. He threw the pick six. And you look at the look of competitiveness on his face. Boston College star, CFL, NFL.
In his career, he's been ahead many times in games.
Yeah. USFL.
Sometimes you can never take a lead for granted.
No. Just ask the Houston Texans. Flutie going to dump it off. That's Rashad Ross of the Panthers. Well, you think about what Flutie's accomplished on his resume, Larry. So many accolades over the years. But how many guys can say they played in the CFL, the NFL, the USFL, won a Heisman at Boston College, and has been an annual star in the celebrity flag football game?
Yes. Been on the winning side in all of them.
And he finds Dan Rogers, Sergeant First Class Rogers.
This is the first time in NFL history that both Super Bowl teams averaging 29 points a game or more. Averaging. We might have one of these tomorrow.
Yeah, a lot of people think Super Bowl 54 may resemble this, that it might be a cartoon-like game in terms of the numbers, and it'll resemble video game football. Is that how you see it?
Well, no, I don't think so. I think the best of both worlds. The Chiefs' explosiveness, their speed, the dominance on defense and the running game of San Francisco. I think both teams are going to have a piece of that working for them in different parts of tomorrow's game.
And again, Doug Flutie finding one of his go-to guys, Sergeant First Class Dan Rogers, who's basically snapping Flutie the ball and just drifting into open space.
You can see that he's in pretty good condition.
Yeah, they've got the colorful white, red, and blue combination. Black and gold for Team McNabb. And Team McNabb so desperately needs a stop, but they just have been unable defensively to really do anything to answer Team Flutie.
Yeah, those early first half turnovers sort of swung things to Flutie's squad, and they have not let Team McNabb out of the hole they put them in.
And there's one more score as he hooks up with Marcus Williams in the back of the end zone. Another touchdown for Team Flutie, and that might be the punctuation mark. And he had a clean release, Larry, and nobody really in coverage on him.
I've always wanted to do that, score a touchdown and spin the ball.
Yeah, when you have a ball spin, it usually means a good thing has happened. And they go for the deuce, and how about the elevation and the catch there?
Impressive.
Yes, indeed, for Team Flutie. That's Marcus Williams again. So it was the Marcus Williams show there with touchdown and the extra point grab. And look who he out-jumped, Larry, Tracy McGrady.
Wow.
He got him.
He
took the rebound down.
And gave him the stare down.
Yeah.
Impressive.
Well, Team Flutie now has double nickels on the board. Team McNabb is going to need a Miami miracle if they're going to pull this out.
Yep.
I know you have big Super Bowl plans tonight. Are you going to NFL Honors?
NFL Honors is first on the checkoff list, and then after that, maybe the taste of the Super Bowl, where you be.
Taste of the NFL, yes. And we almost had another deflection turn into an interception. It's an incompletion. Ulysses Diaz on that post route bounced off his gloves. And look at T-Mac. He's like, oh, my goodness. Thought I had a big chunk play.
Maybe the Maxim party later.
That's pretty exclusive from what I hear.
Yes, it's a good one.
Tracy McGrady, one-time NBA star, one-time minor league pitcher, now a quarterback. Home run throw.
Yes. Wow.
And another acrobatic grab in this game. Wow, great play both ends, Larry.
Man, Tracy, that's impressive, man.
That's Sherlock Redwine of the Cleveland Browns on the back end.
Wow, he went high to get it, and he leveraged the defender to make sure he came down with the ball.
Yeah, McGrady is heated up at that quarterback spot. I love that name, though, Sherlock Redwine. I know you used to cover a guy named Jarvis Redwine up there in Minnesota with the Vikings, who came out of Nebraska.
That's correct. He was a Cornhusker, and that was before they were in the Big Ten.
Yeah, that was the Big 8, I believe. That one incomplete. Well, we're under a minute to go, so any score here would be purely cosmetic. So the big throw from McGrady to Sheldrick Redwine. Now can they add some points and at least make it look a little closer?
Yeah.
How many times have you seen T-Mac throw football?
And he's just shy of the end zone. And that was on the catch, Andre Smith.
And a quarterback sneak? No. Oh!
Oh, boy. That one goes as an incompletion. Well, we haven't seen much of Andre Reed or the playmaker Michael Irvin. I think in this game today, Larry, they've taken on more of a coaching role.
Hall of Famers get that call,
There's a score. That's Carlito Londano. He's pretty happy about that. That ball may end up in his trophy case at home.
3 TDs for him. He's the only owner out there. He owns his own business.
And a pretty good job because he was covered, and McGrady threw it to the only spot where he could haul it in, the left side, and he was able to make the snag. And how about that? You can't get any more open for the 2.
Yes. More open.
Yeah, because that was DJ Moore.
Very good, Eric. I like that one. Put a patent on it.
And we'll trademark it down here in South Florida. So 55-44. Been a game with a lot of excitement, some chunk plays. Team Flutie, barring a colossal collapse, going to get another win.
Wow. Man, the seafood's really good down here, Eric. Have you had much?
No, not yet. And I've been, like you, working on Radio Row and over there at the Miami Beach Convention Center. I learned yesterday that in the early 1960s, that's where Cassius Clay knocked out Sonny Liston.
Where?
In that building.
In the convention
center?
The
Miami Beach Convention Center.
Wow.
Which is where the NFL media headquarters is. And there's a long toss. Chris Lofton this time hooking up with Rashad Ross of the Panthers.
That's where he beat Sonny Liston.
Yeah. Because there's a Muhammad Ali Boulevard on
there's still people
on Miami Beach.
There's still people that say they didn't see the punch, though.
All right, speaking of punches, Jake's down there with a Tybo legend. Jake?
That's right, guys. I'm on the field with the Tybo creator, Billy Blanks. This guy is an absolute beast. Billy, this is your 20th year playing. You've been playing in this game ever since the first game. How do you feel, man? Tell us.
I think it's so awesome to get out here and play with the NFL football players and the troops, and just show love to everybody out here. I mean, it's really awesome to be on the field with all them guys. And with the COVID thing happening, I think this brings life to a lot of people who are feeling bad. Not saying it gets rid of everything, but it just brings joy to people, and I think that's what you have to do, especially in these times right now.
Couldn't agree more. Now, Billy, everyone knows about Tybo. That was the most iconic and famous workout program ever, and it still is. Is it true you have a new workout called Boomboxing? That's right now?
Yes, we have a brand new workout coming out. It's already out. It's called Boomboxing. And what it is I've took a lot of the great fighters' moves, put them into a routine where people can have a great time working out, but the only thing they don't do is go in the ring.
And they can see this on YouTube, right?
Get it on YouTube, and we can get it on Amazon.
Get your new workout out there. You burn between 800 to 1,200 calories. Billy Blanks, the fitness icon. Eric, Larry, back up to you guys.
All right, thanks, Jake. As time has run out on Team McNabb and company. So Team Flutie puts double nickels on the board, Larry, and wins it by 11, 55-44.
Yep, that was an impressive performance. They battled all the way, got a big lead, and came out and finished it in the second half with a strong defensive effort.
Yeah, and there's Doug Flutie, and this is business as usual for him. He's all about winning this game. We saw it last year in Atlanta. He did a lot of good things 2 years ago in Minneapolis, in Houston before that. And I have a feeling next year in Tampa, Doug Flutie will be back. So Team Flutie wins it by 11 over Team McNabb. We'll come back after this on ESPN3.
When you have financial confidence, you can live life on your own terms. No matter what.
SunTrust, now Truist.
Our service dogs are trained to help with the symptoms of post-traumatic stress.
These dogs are all shelter dogs. So they have their own issues, you know, just like we do. We just connect that way. And Canines for Warriors does that. They just go through and they find the best match they possibly can.
Canines for Warriors, I'd like to call it a recovery program. We bring the Warriors here as a home to heal, a place to regroup, hit the reset button.
This dog and this program completely saved my life, totally. And I think about that, you know, when I'm fishing with my son or doing something with my family.
Our hope for Canines for Warriors is that we never have another veteran suicide again, and we can save more lives. One life saved is great. We need to save more. We have to stop this 22 veterans a day committing suicide. That's our mission.
And there it is, the post-game scrum. You can see the trophy the Team Flutie has won today.
Thank you, my good man. Thank you for presenting the award. All the champions over here, Doug's team over here, everybody here.
All right, a great photo opportunity, Larry, for the people down on the field. A lot of fans and military veterans, and great combination here at the 20th annual Celebrity Flag Football event in South Florida. It brings a lot of different people together for good reasons.
And it goes a long way. When you tell somebody you want a football game at the Super Bowl, that grabs somebody's attention.
Yeah, no question, especially on Super Bowl Saturday, because basically as we pivot toward the evening, and then you wake up in the morning, it's Super Sunday.
Actually, I think it was 1969 Baltimore Colts versus Dallas Cowboys, and a member from the losing team actually wins MVP. Where is Tracy McGrady? Get over here. Get over here, T-Mac. This guy can throw the football, interceptions, tackles, sacks, strip sacks. Thank you, Tracy, for being here with all of us. Tracy McGrady! T-Mac. That was very classy of Doug. You did a value add and played him in the game. Did you know you was going to be the MVP? Nah, man, I just came out here to have fun and support our troops and mingle with some of these guys that I watch on TV every Sunday. I mean, it was a blessing to be out here with these guys, especially what I've been through this week. It's just good to come out here and kind of have a distraction and have some fun. You told me that prior to coming out, you told me this was going to be a distraction because you've had a heavy heart. Did these players around here today help you do that? They did. It was great being out here having some conversation with these guys and competing. We were trying to win the game. You know, I'm a competitor. We all got that Mamba mentality, and it was good that I got a chance to come out here and mingle with these guys. You already heard my man T-Mac say he wants the rematch. Blue just gave him the MVP. Yeah, I'll be back next year. Retired? Is it breaking news? No, I definitely. We're back at it. I want to take 1 second and acknowledge the Florida Tech cheerleaders that were here today. They made an effort to come down. They are actually 3-time first place championship over at Disney last week, the world champions, and everyone else that participated. Yeah, we'll see you next year, T-Mac. You already heard in 2021. T-Mac posing with sponsors of today's game, SunTrust. The MVP, congratulations, T-Mac.
All right, so Tracy McGrady in a losing effort gets the hardware, the MVP trophy, and Doug Flutie very gracious, and I think we'll see these two going at it again next year in Tampa.
Wow, that's amazing. It won't leave the state. One of the teams will be leaving with the championship, the win today, but it won't be leaving the state. That's a great thing.
And you heard them reference the heavy heart for Tracy McGrady, no doubt. Kobe Bryant, and he obviously knew him, as did many of the athletes down there on the floor of Ricardo Silva Stadium. So the tributes to Kobe continue to pour in, even here in Miami.
Absolutely. And as well, some tributes to former Viking, former Atlanta Falcon, and former San Francisco 49er Hall of Famer, my good friend Chris Dolman, passing away at age 58 of brain cancer. He will be, like Kobe, honored in tomorrow's Super Bowl game.
Yeah, and so a Super Bowl week that's been eclipsed by a lot of bad news. Hopefully we were able to see some people smiling today with this Celebrity Sweat flag football game. I think we all needed that this week, and I think it was mission accomplished. All right, so many people made this possible. Ray Calavocchio down in the truck, Paula Cohen, all the great crew members we have here in the booth and down on the field, the camera crew. Let's thank Pepsi as well. Blue Moon, Miller Lite, Grip Bell, Celebrity Sweat, hey, motivate and inspire. Verizon, and Mountain Dew Sugar, Zero Sugar. Rain Total Body Fuel, St. Archer Gold, Spiders, Berserk Athletics, Hero Sports, Canines for Warriors, Sun Trust. We are thankful for them making this broadcast possible. Larry, always good to share the airways with you. It's been a lot of fun. There's your MVP, Tracy McGrady. However, his team falls to Team Flutie, 55-44 your final from South Florida on ESPN3.